You know, so that could not have been,
No,
you know, animal blood from meat in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
that was actually, because I saw rubbers in our house on the floors, like there was a homosexual thing going on.
Between your brother and the other guy?
Or another guy or something.
So if he was having sex with a guy, did he love the guy?
I don't know.
We don't know that. We think it's
Have you ever talked to him again?
Never.
Okay. Where did the government experimentation come in? Is there a chip in your brain?
I believe so, because I had
the nose thing, right? Okay.
Up in here, to where I had like sores, and the doctor I've seen, you know, medical doctor at an infirmary or at the prison, stated that it was due to being congested blockage that caused an infection.
Okay.
But when I was around certain freshly painted walls, maybe with metallics in it, or metal or lead or whatever, it always went off.
Okay.
I always get these weak spells and this, like, daydreaming
Did you feel
spells.
like, okay, daydreaming spells.
And whenever I was around high-ranking officers in prison, like deputy wardens, lieutenants, captains, or sergeants that had them devices on them, whatever, them phones, walkie-talkies, I always get these spells.
Okay, what were the spells like? Like you said, daydreams.
Pressure,
like you said, you would have daydreams.
Very weak.
What were the daydreams about?
Mind control.
Like I would target an individual or something. I'd hear from an individual. We were constantly sticking with groups that believed in the same thing I did, and we were attacking other groups. The homosexuals out of yards, we were being called names, or the baby rapers, you know, sex offenders, they call them SOPs, and we'd take them out in the yard.
They're called what? SMPs?
Sex offenders.
What is their?
SOP.
Okay.
That's what they're labeled as.
SOPs.
SOPs, yes.
Did they get beat up a lot?
Yes, pretty much.
And what did they do with the homosexuals?
Pick on them. I never either make them their bitches to make profits. Some they teach lawyerry to type and that, and they become used. A lot of them get used in prison.
Did any of the gays fight back?
Sometimes, yes.
Did they kick their asses?
Sometimes you had some badass gays, you know, that
we're gonna be like, you're not gonna be my bitch, right?
Exactly. You're gonna be my bitch, but I won't be yours.
Okay.
And they
what
got enough
does
strength
being
to
a
do
bitch
it.
mean in prison?
Well, you get to clean their underwear, socks, and their clothes, their muddy shoes for coming in the yard. You're going to contribute half of your commissary to the cellmate you're with. You're going to do his legal work and what he says.
So it's like slavery.
And if you suck somebody's dick, I want paid.
So who gets paid for that?
The guy that owns him.
So he would send the guy, okay, the guy that he owns, he would send out to like other cells to go and do that?
Most definitely.
And how much did they pay for that? Was it paid in cigarettes, food, or money?
Cigarettes, gambling tickets, or money on their books through the families. Through money orders or such.
So prison is basically like a big house of crime.
Oh yes, there's racketeering.
Okay.
It's same.
Is the implant that's in your nose now gone?
I'm not sure.
Does the implant tell you to do certain things?
There's at times I get moody during the day and I snap on my wife, and you know, I have the prison habit of being so used to being bored up with a man in jail. I'm not really confined to knowing when I snap that she's my wife, and I talk to her in a certain way, like, get your fat ass up and do things and that. You know? Nobody wants to say that to their wife.
Now, when you tell her to get her fat ass up, does she take a frying pan to her head or no?
No, she understands.
What's wrong with you? Why don't you take a pan to his head?
Because I understand.
You could knock that implant right out.
Because I understand that whenever Tim was in jail and in Mayview State Hospital, they did a type of brainwashing called consequential sequential programming. And it's done with the drug lithium, specifically CR lithium. I'm a nurse, by the way, an LPN in the state of Pennsylvania, and I know all about these practices that are widespread in America.
And while I'm out this time, I had nothing but health problems. I just recently found out I have 2 permanently damaged discs in my back, my fourth and lumbar, completely gone. I'm partial paralyzed at times. I can't stand on my legs more than maybe 25 minutes. I got to sit down and take a break, or my legs will get.
Do you think the government, with your implant, is going to use you as an assassin at some point to kill maybe a political
Make me
figure?
snap or something?
Okay, stop.